Hello guys, welcome back to my Final Fantasy Brave Exvius video. So yes, it's been really long time since I made video. I've been really busy, but yes, here we go. Finally, the banner which we have been asking for, Full Metal Alchemist. Okay, so let's start from Elric Brothers. So why he is so great, okay? First of all, the really good news is he gets global buff. But again, that's perfectly understandable because he is supposed to be released before Final Fantasy 15. So they should buff his damage. Otherwise, he is kinda not interesting because we already have Noctis and Arden, who is really powerful damage dealer. So I can say that probably he gonna get huge damage modifier buff here, but I think the nice factor for Elric Brothers are not their damage, but first thing is they are attack chainers. So like Laswell and Regan, they also can chain by themselves, and yes, they have 4 AoE elemental imbue. So yes, they are really great support and attackers. Based from what I hear on Japan, they are on par with Laswell and Regan. So yes, I can say probably we get better than Laswell and Regan on global, okay? Because of that Noctis and Arden. Very nice with the support, but I think the best and the must-have feature that they have is their limit burst, because their normal form limit burst can give you 70% damage mitigation. Wow, that's insane. Like, you know that the meta back then was like 50%, and then we have, I forget, Melia, yes, 55%. That's also great, but now Elric Brothers gonna stomp them all, okay, with 70% damage mitigation. This is absolutely must have in my opinion, okay? Especially they are attackers, okay, support. So yes, they will always be useful, okay? You can exchange your tank, especially the meta tankers at this point don't have like 70% AoE mitigation. I mean spammable, okay? So that's all for the Elric Brothers. Actually, for the weakness, I can say that the only weakness is they are kind of late. But because they get a buff, I really cannot complain, okay? Very nice. Let's wait this Thursday what kind of buffs they are gonna get. Okay, for Trust Mastery Word and STMR, I can say that the Trust Mastery Word is pretty good, okay? 75% Demon Killer. So yes, it's very nice. It can be used by lots of characters. One of the best Trust Master, I can say, for Dark Vision because of Demon Killer. For the STMR, I don't see this is that good. Sure, it is nice with Elemental Resist, but again, not something I will chase. Okay, but the Trust Mastery Word is pretty decent. That's for Elric Brothers. Now let's take a look on the 5 stars to NVA units. Let's start with Roy Mustang. So Roy Mustang, I must say that he is pretty boring. So basically he is like your magic finisher with fire element. So again, yes, it's like Regina, like if you remember Regina, and then Sakura, the Pentacaster. But yes, this time we get fire element. So yeah, sure, he is strong against demon and human, but again, I can say it's pretty boring because remember, we have Terra. Terra is also a mage and use fire element. So I don't think he can replace Terra, and I believe lots of players already have Terra because she was released long time ago. Okay, so yes, if you already have Terra, then I can say he is not needed. Okay, so the weakness is try harder because there is Terra. Okay, sorry for the bad pun anyway. But for the Thrustmaster reward, I can say it's kind of mediocre. 52 magic without 3 double hand, etc. boost. So not interested. For the STMR, I can say it's quite decent. Okay, 80% fire resist if you need fire. And for 50% magic demon killer, it is nice. But again, for the STMR, 50% is kind of low. So I don't think this is STMR that you must have. No, it's just okay STMR. That's my opinion. So that's for the first NVA. Now for the second NVA, the King Bradley. So King Bradley here is kind of interesting because on Japan, he is a real Neo Fusion unit. But because he is a global original unit back then, on global he gets Neo Fusion Awakening treatment. So that's very nice, but maybe, correct me if I'm wrong, because the official data is not out, but maybe they gonna nerf him. But please don't nerf him. Based on what I see on the FFB official channel news, his abilities are about the same. Yeah, I can say the same like the Japan version based on the featured abilities. So the way they nerf him is by damage modifier, okay? But again, like I said, please do not do that because from what I see on the Japan version, I can say that he is not that interesting. Okay, sure, he is probably powerful on the Japan version. He can become finisher and chainer, but that's it. Okay, nothing special like meta damage breaker or whatever. So please don't nerf him on the global. That's all I can ask to you, Gumi. And maybe the interesting thing about him is he can do Aurel Ray, Stardust Ray combo, which is really useful for Dark Vision to get the maximum hit chain, okay? And yes, the strong finisher on Japan on Brave Shield form, he can deal like 142 times damage. So if you stack limit burst damage, etc., then I can say he is powerful. Okay, so the weakness, I just hope they don't nerf him. Okay, for the Thrustmaster and STMR, I can say that it is useful but not a must-have. Okay, like you can see that this Thrustmaster reward on Japan, this boosts your attack by 50% when equipped with sword, but this time only 30%. So again, maybe they nerf the Thrustmaster because of being NVA versus real Neo Fusion, but please do not nerf the damage modifier, etc. Okay, because yeah, that's kind of make him more uninteresting. Okay, so that's all for the Neo Fusion Awakened units. Now let's talk about the 5 to 7 stars units. Okay, so for the 5 stars and 7 stars, I can say that you probably don't gonna use them. So the only interesting about them are their STMR and Thrustmaster reward. And for STMR, I think the one which has the best STMR is Edward Elric. Okay, so that STMR gonna increase your attack and defense by 50%. And fire, water, wind, and earth resist by 60%. So yes, it is really useful. You can use it for your tanker. You can use it for your physical attackers if you need extra elemental resist. So very, very decent STMR, okay? For the next STMR is Grid. Grid gonna give you 30% physical efficient and 70% defense. So yes, that's insane, but the problem is it is a cloth. Okay, it is a cloth, which means if you use, let's say, Snow, yeah, actually, forgive me, but I don't remember whether Snow used cloth as his main body armor or whatever, but most tankers like King Behemi use heavy armor. Okay, so this cloth is not that special, especially because the base defense stats is not that high. Okay, so it's good, but not something I must have. For the Alphonse and NV STMR, they are kind of mediocre, so I'm not interested on them. For the Trust Master Reward, the best Trust Master Reward I can say is NV. His Trust Master Reward gives you 50% Human Killer Plus. So yes, very nice for Dark Vision. At work, Trust Master Reward is also nice because of little fire, water, wind, and earth resist. Okay, so very nice. But the rest, I can say they are mediocre. So I can say that overall, it's okay if you miss these items. So yes, the final question, should you summon? Yes, you should summon if you have enough lapis for guaranteed summon. Okay, so yes, be careful guys, they are limited unit. So make sure you have enough lapis. Okay, because if you don't, you kind of waste your lapis without getting anything, right? And yes, the real reason to get this banner is if you really need that 70% damage mitigation. If you think that, oh, 50% is still good enough, I can survive all trials or all difficulties without any problem, then I can say maybe you don't need this Alphonse and Elric. Okay, and another thing to summon is there are 2 Neo Vision Awakened units. So very nice, even if you miss the targets, you probably get one of the characters to make them into NVA, even though maybe they are not that interesting. Okay, but that's all for the reason for your summon. But don't summon if... Okay, I know I have told you to summon on this banner from a long time ago, but I can say that the meta gonna shift soon after Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 2, okay? Based from what I see on Japan, okay? So many characters have like 7,000 attack, and they achieve that by equipping STMR from upcoming Neo Vision. Okay, so I think if you don't have that STMR type of equipment, you will fall behind a lot. Okay? I don't say Elric Brothers are bad, okay? They are perfectly good. Actually, I really want to pull them, but again, the second reason for not to pull is if you are free-to-play players and your lapis count is not good. What do you mean by not good? I mean, if your lapis is below 40,000, then you probably want to skip this. Okay, because I believe they're gonna make Final Fantasy VII banner available on the birthday, and based from what I know, the birthday gonna happen on July or August. So just hold on for about 1 or 2 months for getting meta characters. That's all I want to say, okay? And sure, there are 2 Neo Vision Awakened unit, but remember there are 4 rainbows. Okay, so your chance to get NVA is kinda half. So if you don't like the NVA units that much, I don't think you should put your lapis on the state. Okay, and like I said, their overall Trust Master Reward and STMR are not that good, okay? Sure, they are quite good, they're gonna help you, but not something I will miss. Okay, so that's all I want to say. I hope this video can help you. Thank you very much for watching. Please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel for more Final Fantasy Brave X CS guide. Bye bye guys!